have to see this. Gavin Newsom did an interview this morning, and I had to check twice to make sure that I wasn't watching some old Donald Trump interview. The Department of Justice is after him. They're digging in for a crime that isn't there. It's a vendetta. They're only doing it because he might run in 2028. That's Gavin Newsom's whole pitch. And look, maybe he's right. Stranger things have happened. But this is the same Gavin Newsom who for 4 years told us anybody who said that about Donald Trump was a liar and they're trying to turn down the rule of law. Kind of funny how karma works, right? Let's roll to the interview.
In recent days, federal agents have knocked on the doors of family, friends, and former employees.
Oof.
Not because they found a crime, because they're simply trying to find one. They're demanding records. They're abusing the grand jury process, digging through years and years of random documents. Donald Trump isn't just coming after me because of my mean tweets. He's coming after me because I'm considering running for president.
Folks, just 2 points here. First off, you look at this guy's face. He's as nervous as I've ever seen him. He's got bloodshot eyes. All of his little fake swagger, it's gone. The second thing I'm noticing here, though, is this. Who ever has a press conference and makes an announcement like this before the charges are actually filed? He's trying to get ahead of something, folks. There might be something to this one.
Because he hates that I've consistently called him out over and over again for his lies and deceit. Donald Trump is simply the most corrupt president in American history. He's turned the levers of government into his own personal power ministries to reward cronies and to try to jail his opponents.
So again, this is quite rich, coming from the poster boy Gavin Newsom of the Democrat Party, where they, if you added up every felony charge that they're trying to indict Donald Trump on, it was over 475 years, right? I mean, 4, 6, 8, 10 life sentences. I mean, the guy just turned 80. So this is rich coming from the Democrats, where they're saying that he, Donald Trump, is the most politicized and weaponized administration. I guess Gavin Newsom doesn't have very good memory.
His personal attorney now runs the Department of Justice, which has repeatedly gone after his political enemies. Ask Jerome Powell. Sent them after James Comey, Tish James, Adam Schiff. He sent them after Tim Walz, and a woman that a jury found Donald Trump had sexually abused. One by one, anyone who has challenged Donald Trump has ended up on his hit list. And today, I proudly join that list.
Oh, you shouldn't be.
After calling for my arrest last year, Donald Trump directed his Department of Justice to investigate me. And just in the last week, I've learned that his campaign has reached my own home. To get me, he's coming after my wife, Jen.
Ooh.
A public servant, a woman who's dedicated her life to supporting women and girls. Someone who has done nothing wrong other than having the temerity to advocate for what she believes in. If they can't intimidate me, they'll go after the mother of our children.
So again, ask yourself this question. What is he trying to get ahead of? All of this has been tested. He's being consulted right now, obviously with lawyers and PR teams. What are they trying to get ahead of, and what do they know that they're finding or could find? I'm not going to pretend and fake it that I have any knowledge. I don't. I'm just simply saying common logic leads you to believe that there's something here. He's trying to get ahead of it.
Donald Trump picked the wrong target. We have nothing to hide. His political operatives can take every record and read every page, but they'll be looking in the wrong place. Because if they really want to find corruption, look no further than 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Donald Trump is selling the presidency. He's running the largest cash heist in American political history, trading foreign tariff relief for approval of his golf courses, day trading behind the Resolute desk, reaping hundreds of millions of dollars in personal profit. And he's doing it openly. He's doing it on camera. He did it last night on the White House lawn. He's doing it through cryptocurrencies. He's doing it through the receipt of a $400 million private jet from a foreign government that he plans to keep when he leaves office. Through his son's ventures in countries where his own administration is simultaneously making policy. His personal fortune has skyrocketed by $4 billion since making his return to office. This is the behavior of a regime, not a republic. The White House has become a market.
This is the behavior of somebody that honestly looks guilty. Again, look at his face. He's in full panic mode, and all he can say is Trump bad guy. This is the Democrat Party ticket at the point. But when you're targeted by an investigation and a grand jury, I mean, let's be real. A grand jury is not just impaneled on just rumors or with political henchmen. It takes a fair amount to get through that. Now, clearly we know that Biden did it with lies and manipulation, and we have all that Russia stuff, right, in past videos. But in this video, I'm again drawing your attention to two things. He's getting ahead of something, and he looks panicked.
A marketplace for sneakers and coins and watches, cologne, guitars, Bibles, and phones. Influence for sale, access for sale. And today, my family and I can personally confirm that justice is for sale. To Donald Trump, who I know is watching because he watches everything, I have a message for you. You can subpoena my records. You can investigate me. You can harass me. Put my name on every and any enemies list you have, but leave my wife and family out of your personal vendetta. I'd like to say something to my wife. These times are not normal. They're not ordinary. I love you, and I'm sorry he's doing this. You have not earned a single one of the indignities that he's trying to inflict on you and our children. And to Donald Trump.
You know, talking about indignities, again, it gets quite rich. This is coming from Gavin Newsom, who had an affair, against his wife very early on in his governorship, or in his mayorship, rather. This was back when he was mayor of San Francisco. So, listen, I'm all with a husband defending the integrity of a marriage and defending their wife. But I'm just saying, a little rich coming from Gavin Newsom, the guy that had an affair with actually his political campaign manager's wife when Gavin Newsom was mayor. Interesting.
Trump, this country does not belong to you. It does not belong to your cronies. And we're going to fight your lawlessness. And we're going to continue to remind the people of this country of your corruption. That same corruption our founders warned us against as we move to celebrate our 250th anniversary. I'm going to keep reminding Americans of what they warned would happen if a man with no character ever held the office of presidency.
Well, listen, isn't that a perfect place to stop his little presser? A man with no integrity leading the country, which is probably the campaign slogan for why you, Gavin Newsom, should never be president. I mean, clearly, again, walk with me, folks. I don't pretend to know anything, and I'm not saying he's guilty. I'm saying he's certainly acting like it, and he certainly looks more nervous and more rattled than I've ever seen him. Real quick, if you're getting something out of these videos, be sure to hit the join button down below. Members are the reason I can keep doing these videos with our team. It takes 10 seconds from your standpoint. All right, let's get back to the Newsom story. So here's what gets me. When it was Donald Trump in the Department of Justice's crosshairs, Gavin Newsom and the whole Democrat Party, their line was nobody's above the law. You remember that one? They put it on coffee mugs. They ran their little extremists all over town with billboards. When Donald Trump said they were reverse engineering a case to fit him, they said that's just what a guilty person would be saying. And then you can't forget, right, when Donald Trump said that the timing was awfully convenient, every charge was landing right on the campaign calendar. Well, the Democrats, they called it a conspiracy theory and lectured you and I about democracy. That was their position. They held it for years, and they were proud of it. And now the Justice Department, that same Justice Department that they told us to trust, well, it turns and looks at Gavin Newsom, one of their own. And now, overnight, Newsom is reading from the same exact script that he used to mock Donald Trump for. I'm not even, to be honest with you, mad about it. I'm just noticing it, because when somebody flips this fast, it tells you that the principle was never there. And that's obvious with Gavin Newsom. He has no principles. He was just interested in the outcome. The principle, it was just something nice to say on the way to his next campaign speech. Now, I'm going to say something that you might not expect from me. If the Department of Justice really is just fishing around with no crime, no evidence, just poking around a guy because he's a threat in 2028, that's wrong. And I'll say it plainly. It was wrong when people screamed it about Trump, and it is wrong if it was true with Gavin Newsom's situation. But that's the whole thing that Newsom couldn't see until it was his own front door that they were knocking on. You don't get to suddenly discover political prosecutions are dangerous the minute that one of them points right at you and your family. Either it's a problem when it's your enemy, or it was never really a problem at all. And here's the part that Gavin Newsom would rather that you'd skip right on by. Gavin Newsom helped build this. Every politician on the Democrat side, they clapped when the justice system got aimed at Donald Trump. And they all told you, well, this is just the process. It's working out. Just relax. And they waved off every warning about the weaponization as some MAGA fever dream. The Democrats were the ones that loaded the system. They handed that system to whoever wins the next election, and they swore up and down that it would only ever point one way. Well, we know that history never points one way, and that this point with Gavin Newsom is one that we have to take seriously. So Gavin Newsom, I just say welcome. Welcome to the party that you created. You picked the price tag, and now you're paying for your bill. And honestly, to everybody that's watching on both sides, this is the only test that matters. If you were furious about Donald Trump, but you've got nothing to say about Newsom, well, you have to be honest with yourself about why. And if you were thrilled about Donald Trump, but now you're up in arms over Gavin Newsom, look, the same thing. You've just got a different hat on. So you can sit here and stand on principle, or you can root for just your one team. One of those is a conviction, and the other one is just a team jersey. Most of Washington, D.C. picked that jersey a long time ago as well. And that's the actual story here. Gavin Newsom, he just said the quiet part out loud. So if this story landed with you, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button. I'm going to keep calling it like this is, no matter who it annoys and no matter how the facts drop. I have a feeling that there might be something up to this, and I'm curious what your thoughts are. Tell me straight up, is Gavin Newsom getting railroaded, or is he finally tasting some of his own cooking? We'll see you in the very next video. Be sure to like and subscribe to The Chris Locke Show for the latest America First news, conservative commentary, and the stories that mainstream media refuses to cover. These two videos right up here, they're going to be next. Pick your favorite. I'll see you over there.